Environmental Economics video project. Rent seeking. Rent seeking is an important issue in the study of environmental economics and is the ability or inability to enact policy decisions critical to environmental sustainability. In many cases, corporate rent seeking may effectively block a proposed environmental policy from being signed into law, even when the policy is shown by economic theory to lead to a more efficient outcome. Rent seeking may also be effective in enacting policies of deregulation that cause further inefficiency. Rent seeking is the process of seeking income through special government favors rather than through productive economic activity. To show the mechanism that perpetuates such inefficient outcomes, we can break down corporate rent seeking into political campaign contributions and lobbying. Corporations with the most to gain from ensuring favorable public policy invest billions of dollars into PAC or the Political Action Committee, organizations of candidates willing to promise political support if elected. The biggest supportive campaign funds gain valuable access to members of Congress. Rent seeking harms the economy, and we can analyze how its negative externalities are imposed on the public. Negative externalities are almost always created when rent seeking takes place. Rent seeking incurs increased costs for society without adding any productive output in return, resulting in an overall net loss to society. Inefficiencies occur in the market when there are market failures such as externalities and rent seeking and many other options. These are graphs of campaign contributions. The blue lines represent the average winning spending for the people who donated the most and got the support of the people who are in the House. The left is the Senate and the right is the House of Representatives. You can see that there is a big disparity in between the amount of contributions. This graph is a political action committee versus lobbying expenditures shows much less expenditures than the lobbyists, which means that the private companies or the lobbyists have to pay a much higher premium to gain support of Congress or the House of Representatives. This is a pie graph of the U.S. population and their contributions to political campaigns. The majority of the U.S. population donates under $200, while only 0.4% donates over $200 so that they can gain more pull within Congress and get their environmental incentives achieved. The article we chose to show the inefficiencies of rent seeking is called Rent Seeking Behind the Green Curtain by Jonathan Alder. Here are some of Alder's rent-seeking inefficiencies. The 1997 Clean Air Act, which covered coal, the goal was not to actually trying to protect the environment, but trying to protect eastern coal mines from losing business because their coal and all facilities, eastern and western, were required to install pricey scrubbers to reduce emissions, even though western facilities already met their emission standards. This was done so that western facilities wouldn't have an economic advantage to force eastern facilities to buy cleaner coal. The 1990 Clean Air Act, which covered gasoline, required oxygenates to be added to gasoline in cities with high CO2 levels, and reformulated gasoline must be used in cities with high smog levels. Lobbyists wanted both requirements to require the maximum amounts of oxygenates possible to increase the demand for ethanol and increase profit. The third rent-seeking inefficiency was CFC refrigerants phase-out. CFCs were the most commonly used refrigerant in cars, refrigerators, and cooling systems. Studies found that CFCs were hurting the ozone. DuPont was originally opposed to the policy to phase out CFCs, but changed their stand to supporters of the cause when they found out a chemical that they could sell made them more of a profit. Video project by Patrick Herbert, Chelsea Davis, and Steve Burr.